Walter, you ready?
Ready to go, baby.
Ready to start this adventure?
What the fuck do we do now?
Well, we assess the situation. Walter, you ready?
Ready to go, baby.
Ready to start this adventure? So here we are in Glen Ross. We're about to get on the Heritage Trail and head east on the Trans-American to Calabogie. We're at the Trent Severn Waterway in Glen Ross. It's been a great back roads ride here, but it's all been asphalt, so we're excited to get on the dirt and have some fun, get that air flowing because it's hot. Sorry for screaming. There's the weapons of choice. We got a KTM, a Yamaha, and another KTM. Josh is dressed, he's got a new outfit on, so in case we can't find him, he's highly visible. He's got the high vis lime green going. That's safety first, eh Josh? All right, Vidman Adventures. See you out there. Okay, welcome to Vinman's Adventures. This is going to be episode number 1 of 3 parts, possibly 4, we'll see. But you know, you got to start off slow and gentle, and this is what episode 1's all about. You're not going to see anything too exciting on this trip. It was supposed to be a 3-day trip, you know, and each day presented itself with starting off with minor issues, working its way up to one major issue, and I'll get to that. But on this day 1, what a day. Like, you know, anybody who's watching this is obviously interested and has done something similar to these kind of trips, but man, were we excited. Any trip, doesn't matter what kind of trip you're doing, but specifically on, you know, what I do here on adventure trips, a lot of planning goes into it, you know, a lot of communications back and forth with whoever's going with you, a lot of research, you know, what trails to take, how to get to where you're going, packing, what to bring, what not to bring. You're always watching the weather. So day 1, I mean, when you finally get out there and get off the road, get onto the trails, or you know, whatever you're doing as far as your trip goes, day 1 is always the most exciting, I find. So that's what you're seeing right here. You're seeing like 3 guys who put a lot of work into planning this trip, and we're finally out there, and we couldn't have asked for better weather. It was like 30, 32 degrees, I believe. The sun was shining. There was not much wind, but fortunately, this trail system that we're on, it's the Heritage Trail, and we picked it up in Glen Ross, which is about 20 kilometers, I guess 20 kilometers or so north of Trenton, Ontario. Glen Ross is just on the north side of the Trent River. It's actually on the Trent Waterway system. I believe it's lock number 7. So that's where we picked up the Heritage Trail, and it's an old rail bed. As you can see, it's you know, any level of rider can do this trail. It's flat, it's compacted. You know, there's some sections, I think, where the trails kind of cross each other going, you know, one way or the other. You might find a little loose gravel, but for the most part, it's very easy. And as you can see, you can go at a pretty good clip. So we had the breeze flowing, and you know, it was great. We had all the right ingredients to have a good time. I mean, I got music playing in my helmet. You know, we have communication devices on our helmets, so we're talking back and forth. We're laughing. The weather's good, so it's just the perfect day. You know, and at this point, we don't know what's in our future. So, we're laughing, we're having a blast. And so, so we're heading east, I believe, at this point. When you pick up this trail in Glen Ross, it goes north a little bit to Springbrook, and then you're going to head east. It was about, I think we were on this trail for about 70 kilometers from Glen Ross to Caladar. We're going to pass through, I already mentioned Springbrook, but Tweed is a pretty major town for this trail system, and it's got all the amenities you need in Tweed. It's got a nice lake in Tweed for if you want to stop and have a little snack or lunch or whatever. There's a park down there, Tweed Memorial Park, and it's right on Stocko Lake. So it's beautiful. It's a nice little picnic area. They have a Tim Hortons in town. They got fuel. They have everything you need. So you're not going to be without on this trail system. It passes by all the amenities that one would need. So we're going to carry on this trail for some time. Our goal at the end of day one is to make it to Granite Lake. Granite Lake is about it's probably another 100 kilometers, I guess, from the end of this trail, but it's north of Ompa. But that's another episode. I'll talk about Granite Lake and our travels from Caladar to there on day 2. On this trail system, you're going to find lots of stuff to see. Right here, you're going to see on the left a lake. It's called Drag Lake, and again, it's got another little spot to pull over and enjoy the view, have a little lunch or a little snack, whatever your choice. But you never get bored with the scenery. At least I don't. There's prettier scenery out there somewhere in the world, but right now, at this moment, while we're on this trail, this is the best scenery we can imagine. So you'll see up here, we're coming to some asphalt. We have to go on it. This is the town of Tweed, so we're just making sure that we're heading in the right direction. We're not going to be stopping in Tweed this time because we're fully prepared. We got everything we need still. Remember we had lunch down there together?
Up there.
Yeah.
Right.
It was so romantic.
It was beautiful.
It was,
It really was cemented our relationship.
Yeah, I believe you're right there. Well, that's Walter and I reminiscing about old times. So we've gone through Tweed now, back onto the trail system. So like I was saying before, I'm going to be doing a 3 to 4 part series here on this trip that we did. This first episode, I love it because it just brings back such great memories of this first day. Everything that you could ask for to be right happened. I mean, aside from this minor issue that you're going to see at the end of this video. But, you know, everything else was perfect. And like I've said, we had no idea what was going to happen, you know, later on in the trip. But, you know, would I change anything? No, because nobody got hurt, and it was an experience, and we persevered. So, you know, no, I wouldn't change anything. So this is episode 1, and you know, episode 2 is going to be even better, and episode 3 will be like, you just watch out. No, seriously. So up here you're going to see Walter has the first of many issues that we all experienced on this trip, and that being Walter used to ride a street bike, and he had a tank bag for that street bike, which was held on by magnets. So up here, that's not the Walter's ride there, that's a tractor. But up here you'll see that once, you know, we got off road here on this trail, and this trail is not even that rough, but Walter started experiencing his tank bag, you know, bouncing all over the place. The magnets weren't strong enough, obviously. So because we're prepared, Josh had an extra bungee cord or 2, but all Walter needed was 1. We strapped that bad boy on, and we were back on the trail. We weren't far from Calabogie here, so it wasn't long before we were off and heading north towards Cloyne to pick up some supplies for our first night. But that's the next episode. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Vidman's Adventures. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and tell your friends. Why not? I'm getting better. Check you later.